Hey everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today I'm back with another speed build, and we're building a community lot today. This is going to be a karaoke bar. I'm building it on the same lot as one of the existing karaoke bars in San Myshuno. This is the Planet Honey Pop lot, and I just thought a karaoke bar would be perfect for the new kit that we just got, the Party Essentials kit. So that was the inspiration behind this, and this is a trust the process build where I started very different than how it ends up turning out. Like, basically the shape that I started in the beginning is not at all what this build is going to be like. It was just a build where I started and I was like, we'll see what happens. And I'm glad I stuck with it because I actually really like how this build came out, and I hope you will enjoy it too. If you do and you'd like to download it, it is available on the Sims 4 gallery. You can find it under my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi. You can also find it under the hashtag Gryphi, and that information will also be in the description down below as well. So the inside of this build is sort of industrial in style, but with lots of bright colors because of the things that came with Party Essentials. I wanted to make sure to include a lot of those items, and it just ends up being really fun. And I think the mixture of the styles ends up being a nice touch, and you'll see that when we get to it. But right now, I decided to have this little bump out in the front that is covered in these little panels here, which I think looks so nice. And I'm going to be adding that sign to the front of that piece instead, which is also something that I was really excited about. I just think it looks very striking, and that's where I decided to get rid of this little overhang here. And it actually ends up being over on the corner of the lot instead. I end up having it wrap around right here. So starting to work on that now, and that's going to be where the entrance to this lot is. I think that worked a lot better, and as you can see, it looks nothing like it did in the beginning, but that's just kind of the process I went through to get there, so I thought I would include all of that. The outside ends up being brick, but I do try a bunch of like dark grays and blacks for a while, and I also tried to use the wallpaper from Spa Day that is really bright and like glowing. So you can see me playing around with that here, and I just didn't like it. I do use that in the bathrooms on the inside of this build though, which I thought was nice. And here I am with the first item that I use from the Party Essentials kit, which is these balloons outside. I think they look really nice. And then we're just picking out a front door, which I think is from Get Famous. Around the back of the build, I'm just adding another bump out here to add some more interesting shape. And over here ends up being sort of where we have like the employee exit and some dumpsters and stuff out the back. So you'll see that a little bit later, but I'm also trying to figure out how to fit some landscaping in here. And I was looking around the surrounding area, and there were a lot of these palm trees, so I decided to include these. And I wanted to make sort of makeshift planters by lowering down the platform in this area, but I ended up only using 2 of them because it was a little too crowded, and I scaled one of those down with Tool. And then we are starting to work on the windows. I actually ended up using a lot of these more, I don't know what, I guess I would call them industrial, like loft sort of windows that came with the Myshuno stuff pack. I think they are so pretty. They're some of my favorites in the game, and I thought that they worked beautifully here. And then just getting a little bit of landscaping out front, I decided to use these bushes and of course just kind of lowering down that platform in the same way for this landscaping. And I got some more palm trees over on the other side of the build to add a little bit of height. There's very minimal landscaping on this lot, but I think it looks okay. I was quite happy with it. And then we're doing some of the floor planning, the floor planning for upstairs, because I wanted there to be a main stage that your Sims could like watch big karaoke performances on, and tables and chairs and all of that. But I also wanted there to be some private rooms that you could rent out and have like a group of friends go to. My only experience with karaoke bars was actually in Vegas last year for TwitchCon. I went with a bunch of Sims friends and we had a private room, and it was really fun. I only got up there and did one song, which I did with Momo Misfortune, which was really fun. We did like I wouldn't call it a duet because it wasn't like going back and forth, but we were singing the same song together, which was really fun. But it was so cool seeing everyone hang out and sing some fun songs. It was just a really fun time. And that was a private room. I don't think I would ever be comfortable getting up on a stage in front of random strangers and singing. So I thought having private rooms was a nice option for this bar as well. And you can see the big karaoke stage. We also have a regular bar down here. This one is from the bowling stuff pack. I really like this one because it looks like it has a soda dispenser on it as well. And I wanted this to be like a friendly space. Like you could come here with kids if you wanted to, but I was thinking it was more so for an older crowd, but I still didn't want it to feel overly like this is like a nightclub or something. So I really enjoyed the TVs that I used in here. They are also from the Party Essentials kit. They have the really cool lighting behind them. And then I'm just placing down some tables. These ones are actually from the high school years pack, and then the chairs I think are from City Living. They paired really nicely together. I was quite happy with that. I don't use these tables very often, so I was excited to use them. It's always nice when I get to use items I don't use as often. And the disco ball is so cool. I really like the disco ball. And these like fun lights that I put behind the karaoke machine as well. We also got a bunch of these neon signs throughout the build and some more balloons. Overall, I just think it looks really cute, and I like the idea of maybe decorating it differently for whatever activity you have your Sims coming here for. Is it just a random karaoke night? Are they coming here for a birthday party? Like, you could probably decorate it accordingly. And I could see this working really well for a lot of different venues, like maybe a bowling alley or something. And it's interesting, I've gotten a lot of suggestions lately to build a bowling alley, and I'm like, I don't know how many people would actually want to see that, because I don't know, I feel like they're not that interesting because we only have the few set items that come with the bowling night stuff pack, and I do like them, but they're also just a little bit hard to build because of how giant bowling alleys are, but let me know if that's something you would like to see. Anyway, I am getting a bunch of different throw rugs down in this space to add some more pops of color. I have this nice little seating area under the steps with a little coffee table that I use as a side table here, and it also ends up with a rug. That one is from Horse Ranch, and I think it is so pretty. I often forget that one exists. I feel like I need to use it more often. It's just a gorgeous rug. I also decided to use this sign that came with the Party Essentials kit. I put it out front. Maybe there's an event going on right now, and so they have some signage for it, or maybe they have like a percentage off drinks, or I don't know, like a special karaoke night. I also added some of the lights and the fog machines that came with Party Essentials. I think these are all such nice items I'm glad to have. Well, this wasn't like a kit I was asking for. I was kind of pleasantly surprised by what was included. And then over here, I am just adding some curtains over all of the windows. These ones I think are from my wedding stories. They just worked really nice because they were plain black and like gathered in the middle, so you could still see out the window, but they were, blocking some of the light and the outside world. And then I just got a couple of decorations behind the bar. That like juice dispenser that came with Party Essentials. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I put that back there, and also some flowers. I think the pastel pop kit works really nicely with this kit as well. It's got a lot of nice, fun, bright colors, so I used quite a bit from that kit. And then, of course, by the front door, I just wanted a place to hang up your coat, also temperature controls, a fire alarm, all of that. And then outside, I did add some extra tables and chairs if your Sims decide to just, like, hang out outside for whatever reason. Not the, like, most common thing, probably, for a karaoke bar, but I thought it was nice, so I decided to add that. And then we are just rearranging some of these neon signs heading up the stairs so I could fit in the, like, name of the bar. I have that on the front of the building, so I thought it would be nice to have it inside as well. I also added the little record player that came with the Party Essentials kit, which I think is one of my favorite items from that pack. That and the bar that came with it are so good. I didn't use that bar in here, though, because this is a community lot, and that felt more like a bar that you put in your house, so I decided not to. But here up in the private rooms, I did use these backsplashes and balloons that came with the kit. I'm not the biggest fan of these, but I thought it would be kind of fun for this space. It made sense for a lot like this, so I went all out with it and had some funky colors in here, some pinks and greens, and also in the bathrooms here, I'm just using some of the stalls that came with, I think these ones are the ones from Discover University, because we have a couple of packs that have them now, and then a couple of sinks from the Tiny Living pack. Pretty simple, tiny bathrooms, and like I said, I will be painting the walls in there to be brighter colors on 2 of the walls. But I also have a seating area up in the hallway space. But first, we're going to finish decorating the 2 private rooms. This one is very pink and blue. So I used this couch from high school years. We have a nice like coffee table. And then I decorate the walls with some artwork and some shelves from the pastel pop kit. And I believe I got a chair in the corner as well. And that should be pretty much it for this room, other than some more lighting. But I think this room came out really cute. I can imagine this being a nice place for some friends to gather and sing karaoke together for a fun night out. And then this is the other room, and this one changed swatches a few different times. I know right now it's got some pink going on, but it ends up being a very green room in the end, which I thought was really nice, because I didn't like how the green and the pink were going together for some reason in this space. I know I used the blue one in the other room, but there was something about it in here that just didn't work because I really wanted to use the green, but it just didn't look good with the pink. So yeah, just swapping that out here and adding a little mirror on the wall, also from Pastel Pop, and that room is done, and we're working on this little seating space here. I just end up having a couch and a TV, a couple of plants. The table that I just put over there, I actually end up changing to a game table in a little while, so your Sims could play cards or whatever there instead. So I thought that that was a nice touch, and that's gonna be most of what's on this top floor. Also, right outside on that balcony space that's covered by the vertical panels and the signage, I'm going to have a mural out here as well as a bubble blower and another games table. So there's lots of activities for your Sims to do on this lot. I think it'd be a really fun one to visit, and if you do download this and you use it in your own gameplay, I'd love to see screenshots of your Sims here. You can always find me on Twitter or Discord. I'm Gryphi there, and it'd be great to see how y'all use these builds. And of course, let me know what else you would like to see. I know I mentioned some ideas in this video. I think the main thing I mentioned was that I've gotten some suggestions for a bowling alley recently, and I'm not sure if that's something y'all want to see or not, but here is that second games table, and now I'm finally painting the walls in these bathrooms. They are so bright, but I feel like it works for a public bathroom to have like some funky colors, so I really enjoyed that. I'm just going to get some mirrors on the walls, which I believe I used ones from high school years as well, where one of them has stickers on it, which I just think is such a cute idea. So just doing that now and getting some paper towels and soap and all of that to make the space feel complete, and that should be it for this build. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more, and click that bell to be notified when I upload. But here is a employee exit right behind the bar, just putting a couple of these dumpsters here. We do have some regular trash cans around the side as well, but I thought the dumpsters were a nice touch. And then doing our last bit of landscaping, which is adding some of the pink trees that are around the world, to really make this feel like it fits into the space, and adding a little bit of greenery underneath as well. And these pink flowers, which took me so long to find in the debug menu. I don't know what it was about them, but they were hiding. Anyway, that is the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please enjoy those screenshots, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.
I've been feeling stuck here lately. Think I might be going crazy. Your song on repeat on my radio. Now you've been away for so long, and I've been fighting feelings so strong. Your song on repeat on my radio. I need to get out. You're all I think about. My head in the clouds. With you I was bouncing off the walls, but now I'm on the floor. Or did you let me go? I want something new, because everywhere I look here I see you. And you point of view, all the memories and all the things we used to do. Now I hate your favorite movie. Can't believe you did that to me. Your song on repeat on my radio.